Right now, everyone's watching oil, but that's not the real story. The real story? The entire engine behind the stock market is sitting right now on one of the most fragile supply chains we've ever seen, and almost nobody's talking about it. In 2025, US GDP grew about 2.2%. Sounds fine. But when you remove data center expansion, that drops to just 0.1%, meaning without AI, the economy was basically flat. Now think about that. One sector is carrying everything, and that demand is being driven by companies like NVIDIA. They're building the chips that power AI. And in the process, they're creating a level of demand that the system literally can't keep up with. Now, here's where things get interesting. About 70% of global memory production is going straight into data centers. So demand is already maxed out. And if you look at companies like Micron, they're right in the middle of this. They've already posted margins as high as 75% because pricing power is exploding. But supply, that's where everything starts to break. There are only 3 companies in the world that produce memory at scale, and they rely heavily on resources like helium, which has no substitute in chip manufacturing. So when supply gets disrupted, production doesn't slow down, it stops. And that's exactly why companies like Lind, one of the largest industrial gas suppliers, quietly become extremely important. Now zoom out for a second, because this isn't just about memory. Taiwan produces over 90% of the world's chips. Companies like TSMC, they're the backbone of the entire tech ecosystem, but here's the problem. Their energy supply depends heavily on LNG. And if that gets disrupted, now you're hitting production again. And this is where most people miss this. They think the opportunity is in the headlines, but historically, the biggest winners are the ones behind the scenes, the companies enabling the solution, like ASML. They don't make the chips, they make the machines that make the chips. So every new factory built to fix the shortage flows right through them. But it doesn't stop there, because AI doesn't just need chips, it needs power, massive amounts of it. And that's why companies like Constellation Energy and Vistra have been exploding, because nuclear energy has fixed costs. And when energy prices rise, their margins expand. And then there's copper. Nobody talks about this, but you literally cannot build AI infrastructure without it. Every chip, every cable, every data center. And there's already a global shortage, which is why companies like Freeport McMoran are sitting in a very interesting position right now. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, okay, this makes sense, but how do I actually find these setups before they move? That's exactly why I built something for this. I use AI to break down entire sectors like this, find the companies that benefit, and understand the risks in minutes. So if you want my exact prompt that I use to analyze stocks like this, check out the AI analyst method. You can grab it from the link in my bio.